The real dreams are not the ones you see while you are asleep. You must be obsessed with the process. You actually have no reason not to smash JAMB in 2025. Repetition does it. It doesn't really matter when you wake up. Plan your time. Everything you need on YouTube. More lesson of basically what I'm trying to say is, I had 320 which qualified me to study medicine in the University of Nigeria. This video is for my JAMB guys and girlies that want to get admission into the university and get the most out of their JAMB this year. If this is the first time you're seeing me, I'm Enjoyyyy and I'm a 5th year medical student in the prestigious University of Nigeria, UNTH. I'm here to give you guys tips, not just tips that work. So without further ado, let's get into it. Tip number 1 is YouTube. Everything you need is on YouTube. And what do I mean by everything you need is on YouTube? YouTube is such a great platform that has made life easier for a lot of people. You can literally search for whatever it is that is giving you some difficulty, and you see a variety of teachers that already have in-depth knowledge about what you're having a difficulty in, and all you need to do is get information that someone had suffered to acquire. Isn't that beautiful? If you have a phone in this 21st century and you don't know how to get YouTube to work for you, then I don't know, you're missing out. With YouTube, you actually have no reason not to smash JAMB in 2025. And tip number 2 is make the textbook look small. I can tell you for free, no textbook is actually as big as you think, provided your head is already prepared to actually put in the work. An average chemistry or physics textbook, depending on the one you're using, is 700 to 800 pages for the most. But let's just say for the worst that the textbook is 1000. Divide it by 7. 142.8 pages to read per day. 142.8 pages divided by 3. Around 47.6 pages. Now, 47.6 pages in the morning, 47.6 pages in the afternoon, 47.6 pages in the night. You agree with me that if you're sick and you're asked to take a pill that's going to save your life, like morning, afternoon, night, if you really want to be alive, you're going to do it. This issue of JAMB is not a do-or-die affair, but I'll tell you, it can be likened to a do-or-die affair. So how are you able to read 47 pages in the morning, 47 pages in the afternoon, 47 pages in the night? Plan your time. It doesn't really matter when you wake up. I'm going to talk about that, but then whenever it is you wake up in the morning, do all you have to do. If that environment is not conducive for you to read, find another environment. If your noisy friends are the problem, please, noisy friends have to read. And please, I need to say this. I'm not saying you should go to an environment where there is no single noise, like not even a pin is being dropped on the floor, you know. Some people don't like that kind of environment like me. Why am I saying it? Some people, when they're in very quiet places, they tend to sleep off. Just like me. So find an environment that works best for you. The most important thing is you have 47 pages to read in the morning and you have to read it. Yes. The third point is it doesn't matter when you wake up. Yes, I said it. It doesn't matter when you wake up. You know, you may hear some people saying wake by 4, wake by 3, 2 a.m. Just make sure you are awake. 6, if you're still sleeping in your bed by 6, what are you doing with your life? It's not true. And what do I mean by that? What actually matters is, what are you doing while you're awake? What are you doing while you're awake? Please, don't because of peer pressure try to follow what your friends are doing. For friends are people that sleep 6 hours and you can't sleep 6 hours to be functional. Please sleep 7. If your friends sleep 7 and there's someone that needs 8 hours to be functional, please sleep 8. The most important thing is when you're awake, what are you doing? If you get what I mean, you step ahead of other people. The next point, which almost tries to look like the former point, is you mustn't be an all-nighter. Do what works for you guys. How do I stress this? Please, if you can't read in the night, don't try. Yes, don't try. You know, in my first year, I also had some friends that usually go for night class. Like, they don't sleep, like all night, They don't sleep. They are awake, fully awake. And me, once it's 10, my brain shuts down. But then, you know, first year can come with being very confused, not finding yourself yet. And so I usually go with them for night class. And then 10 o'clock, I'm already sleeping. And they're still reading way into the night, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., they're still reading. I wake up, I'm like, guys are trying, you know. And I'll continue my sleep. And then at the end of the day, I did not read, I did not still sleep. Please do one. You'll be doing yourself so much injustice that you're trying so hard to read, you're not reading, you're not still sleeping. You've actually cheated yourself. So it's better to do one, which is what? Sleep. When you wake up, you get productive. More or less, what I'm trying to say is very simple. If you're not an all-nighter, please don't try to pretend, okay? Sleep in the daytime, get productive, and actually be surprised at how much you'll be able to achieve, just like the all-nighters do. The next point is plan a schedule, keep it. You know, while I was preparing for JAMB, I told myself that I must read 12 hours. Must. Like, I usually read in the library, so I was always in the library. And then I told myself, no matter what I do, like, I must make sure that I stay in the library 12 hours. So if I eventually reach the library by 7 plus 12 will be 7. I'll be leaving the library by 7. So if I'm so lazy that day that I wake up late or something, that just something held me back, and when I reached the library was 8, I'm leaving by 8. Yes, it's a price I'll have to pay. Next time I'll sit up. Life is not that easy. I have to tell you, life is not that easy. This point is one point that I use so well. Use low weight snacks to keep your energy levels up. What do I mean? You know, some people sometimes are like, how can I just stay in a place 3 hours, 4 hours, I'm reading and I did not stand up? Like, I'll die. No, you won't die actually. But then the thing is, you've not found a way to make reading interesting. Interesting in the sense that sometimes if music is what you like, fine. If you chew gum, there's this favorite biscuit of yours, some low weight snack here and there can just keep you happy, feeling motivated, feeling like your stomach is not empty. Because my dear, if your stomach is empty, your assimilation level will drop. The next point is read to reread. What do I mean by read to read? Repetition. Repetition does it. How? Sometimes you agree with me that you read a particular textbook, and then second time you're reading it, you're like, Jesus, this thing, did I see it? Am I sure I actually saw it when I was reading the first time? But you read the textbook. It's not that you didn't read the textbook, but you can't get all the information in the first round. So what am I trying to say when I say read to reread? Read with the mindset that I'm actually coming back to read this thing again. I'm going to come back. I have to come back. I must come back. I don't have a choice but to come back to read this thing again. And you'll be amazed while reading the second time at how much your brain is now able to compartmentalize this information better because it's seeing it for the second time, and how your brain is now actually able to see a lot of things your eyes didn't see. Maybe your eyes saw but didn't take note of it in your first reading. So please, conclusion of the matter is read to reread. Point is get a study partner. Some people may be like, I don't need to get a study partner, I can always read and understand by myself. Yes, but then 70% of us may actually need to get a study partner. And not just anybody, not your friend, please, not your friend, unless your friend is as serious as you are, or unless your friend or someone you met because of reading, yeah, maybe at the library or something, and then he or she became your friend. For the sake of JAMB, I have a study partner. Why is a study partner important? Study partner is important for accountability, and that's why you need to get someone that is serious and not someone that, I'm tired though, can we go home? No, we can't go home. If you're hungry, go out, find something to eat and come back. In fact, you can even eat it while reading. It will make you even happier. So you need a study partner that'll be like, we have 20 more pages to go, we can do this. Just 20 more pages, let's do this, you know. And then a study partner is also important to be able to share your fears, the difficulties you face, and just your expectations with someone. Because I'll tell you, JAMB is not a piece of cake. Sometimes you're down, you know, and sometimes you just need someone to talk to. Just start the partner will be there, you know. So please, if you can do JAMB alone, that's alright. But if you can't, please get a study partner. If you have bad study days, but that's okay. while I was preparing for JAMB, there are days when I'll come and tell my study partner, like, Munachi, this has to be the slowest, the most stagnant time of my life. Like, it's 3 hours gone and I'm still on the 3rd page trying to understand a concept, you know, and I feel so stagnant. You know, there are some days where I come and the vibe is there, I'm reading, is entering, I'm able to answer a lot of questions, you know. Then there's some days where it's not just adding up. So yes, some days will be like that. I can guarantee you, I can tell you that for free. Some days you break down, you're so unsure, you feel like, am I sure I'm actually going to make it? It's part of it. But the only person who makes it to the very end and ends well is the person who does not give up. So yes, those days will surely come, but please continue, 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 and in the end you'll be amazed. Like, one day you just open your book and you're amazed at how much you've actually done, how much you've actually achieved, and it just, while being put together, you see that it was all worth it. Now the next point is, if you need motivation, YouTube day for you. No, you guys may be like, why am I always on YouTube saying YouTube? My dear, YouTube has changed my life for the better. And if there is anything I want to tell someone I love, I want to tell them about how YouTube can also change their life for the better. What am I trying to say in essence? There may be some days you need a little motivation that maybe your study partner cannot give you. Go to YouTube day for you. Go and browse, just search study motivation. YouTube has it all, and just a little motivation here and there, and your spirit is already uplifted. You feel like you can read 1 million pages a day even though you can't. But then, like, yes, YouTube actually has good study motivation that can keep you going. And finally, my dear, let God be fully involved, because I'll tell you, whatever God is involved in, with you putting in your best, can't flop. It can't flop. You heard me? It can't flop. So yes, while you do everything you try to do, it's important that you know that the race is not to him that willeth or to him that runneth, but God that showeth mercy. So in all your day-to-day activities, in all your gettings, in all your pursuit for excellence in JAMB, please know that except the Lord builds the house, the builder builds in vain. Very important. Before I go, I'd like to leave you with this. If success is the result you're ultimately seeking, you must be obsessed with the process.